The purpose of this video is to give you a brief introduction to APA and help you format your essay. Later on, there'll be another one that has to do with APA guiding, but it'll be more into what you need for in-text citations as well as a reference page when you're doing research. A lot of students, when they first see the APA guide, are very overwhelmed, and rightly so. The original APA guide has approximately 400 pages, where the student shortened form is still 70 pages long, and that's a lot of information. But the nice thing is, you don't need to know all of that information. You just need to know how to use the guide. So consider it like a roadmap or a dictionary, where it's not about memorizing the entire thing, but it's about being able to use the tools to find the information you need effectively. So we're briefly going to talk about some of the benefits. I'll give you some specific guidelines, and then there'll be extra resources available. So the first thing is the benefits, and I won't go into a lot of detail about the citations and the trust and the finding of the resources in this video, because that will do more with research. That being said, if you decide to do some research at this point, please let me know and I can give you a brief introduction to how to do research and provide citations. There aren't any marks for it because it's not required, but it would be good practice so when you're doing your research paper, you have those skills and you'll be able to get those points easier. So things that APA help with for essays mainly is going to be grammar. There is a grammar section online as well as in the student handbook that gives you tips and tricks that you might need to know. But it also gives us a nice consistent layout that makes it easier to navigate and read. So the first thing is the general format has a 1-inch margin. And this is important when people are reading your paper and they want to make notes on it. It also is the it's also the automatic layout that comes when you're opening a document in Word. So if you are using Word for your essay, this will happen automatically. There's lots of font sizes that you can choose from. Please make sure that you're using something on this list so that it's very easy for us to read. You want to make sure that your entire paper is double spaced, and that includes your title page and your references. You also want to make sure that the first line of each paragraph is indented and that page numbers are found at the top right of the paper. Your title page has different parts. The first thing in it is the title itself. And so when you are writing the title of your paper, you're going to capitalize first words of each adjective, noun, adverb, and verb, and words of 4 letters or more. So you don't capitalize things like on, in, at, the, for, etc. You're then going to make sure that your title is using a bold font. The font style and size is going to be the exact same as it is everywhere else on your paper. The only difference now is your title is bolded. After you're done typing in your title, you're going to hit enter twice to give yourself a larger space between the title and the information about the author. You're going to then write your name and then the affiliation. So in this case, you're affiliated with Academic Upgrading, comma, at Lambton College. You're going to include the course code and the course name, the instructor name, and then the due date, or in our case, whatever date you're planning on handing it in. You want to make sure that each part of the author information is on its own line. And once again, that font size is going to be the exact same throughout the document. On the top of your second page, you're going to have your title once again. You can just copy and paste it from the very first page because it's still going to be in title case, it's going to be bold font, and it's going to be the exact same size as everything else. You're going to hit enter once, hit the tab button, and then start typing your introduction paragraph. Just let it type around. It's going to have a ragged side on the right. The left is going to be nice and clean, and it's just going to keep typing away. When you're finished that paragraph, you're going to hit enter once and hit tab again, and that will allow you to clearly see one paragraph to the next. You may choose to use headings to separate your different sections of your essay. which is perfectly fine. If you'd like to, there are guidelines available too that you can use, but it is a very small paper, so you probably will not go beyond level 1 or level 2 headings. It's really important to remember that although it is not necessary for you to do research for this activity, if you choose to use somebody else's ideas and include it in your essay, you have to provide a reference page and in-text citations. As I mentioned, I'm more than happy to go over it with you. If it's common knowledge though, you don't have to worry about it. So if you decide to do research, please reach out and let me know. Otherwise, I hope this helps, and good luck with your essay.